Pokimane just committed the ultimate streamer sin, possibly having a boyfriend, and not just any boyfriend, but a mysterious neighbor. Yeah, that would alone send the internet into cardiac arrest. So here's what actually happened. Pokimane uploads a casual gym TikTok featuring a guy she refers to as her neighbor.
Lore drop, I have to introduce you to a recurring character in my life. This is Chris, also known as Sunkiss, also known as my neighbor. We met at one of those everybody in the building gets together kind of parties, and then there were board games for people in the building, so we got to know each other at board game nights.
But the internet immediately said, nah, that math ain't mathing, because when you see two people standing a little too close, making a little too much eye contact, and moving with that suspiciously synchronized energy, people start asking questions. Reasonable, maybe. Unhinged, absolutely.
Chris cooks a lot, gyms a lot, and he sings. Chris, sing. Right. That's not all there is to say.
Damn, I'm pretty boring.
Okay, me too.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
And instead of ignoring it, Pokimane decided to clarify, which ironically made it 10 times worse.
Also, he makes really cute sibling content. His brother and sister who are both equally cute. Can you show them what you're cooking?
This is the Chilean sea bass lemon caper butter sauce.
She starts explaining who this guy is, how they met, how he cooks, sings, hangs out, exists, and suddenly the explanation feels longer than it needs to be.
I posted a gym video with my neighbor.
I saw that. Was it actually your neighbor?
Anyways, I'm laughing because I posted that, and I don't know. You know how Twitter is. I actually don't see how Twitter is because I don't really like to be on Twitter. But I see how my fans are like, why are people on Twitter being weird?
That's when people stopped asking, is he her boyfriend? And started asking, why does she need us to believe he's not? Then it spilled onto podcasts. Even her own co-hosts were like, wait, your neighbor? And that's when the audience really smelled blood in the water. Because if it's really nothing, why is it becoming a whole press tour? Twitter, being Twitter, immediately split into factions, one side saying she should be allowed to have a private life, the other side saying imagine hiding your partner because your fanbase would lose it, and a third secret group that pretends not to care while typing 40 tweets about it.
And then people on Twitter were like, imagine having to hide your partner because your community's gonna freak out. And then my whole community is like, oh my god, cute video! You know? I'm like, it just feels like
Okay.
two entirely different worlds.
Meanwhile, Reddit threads popped up like mushrooms after rain, analyzing her past statements, her culture, her background, her old clips, and even her Valentine's plan. Here's where the bigger issue kicks in: parasocial relationships. This situation exposed how deeply some viewers tie their emotional identity to streamers, especially female streamers. Male creators date publicly all the time, and nobody acts like the world is ending, but when a female creator might be taken, suddenly it's betrayal, deception, career suicide. People accuse her of leading fans on, even though she never promised anything to anyone. And after this, Pokimane Sims are actually unsubscribing and claiming a heartbreak like they just got dumped after a 3-year relationship. Now let's talk numbers, because that's where people really started pushing narratives. Claims started flying that Pokimane lost massive viewership, that donations dropped, that her career was over. The reality, she peaked years ago like most streamers did around 2020, and yes, her numbers are lower now, but so is literally everyone else's. Streaming isn't 2020 anymore. Lockdowns are gone, attention spans are fried, and TikTok nuked everyone's brain. Blaming all of that on a neighbor is crazy work, and if money was the goal, she wouldn't have been one of the first big streamers to cap donations in the first place. That doesn't line up with gold-digging narrative people are pushing. At the same time, let's not pretend optics don't matter. The whole situation didn't feel awkward. The over-explaining, the jokes, the backtracking, the I'll explain later energy, it made everything feel performative than it needed to be. Sometimes saying less really is saying more. Whether he's actually her boyfriend or generally just a neighbor doesn't even matter anymore. The real controversy is how the internet reacts when female creators don't perfectly fit the fantasy some viewers built in their heads. So where does this leave us? Honestly, nowhere new. This wasn't the fall of a streamer, it was another reminder of of how weird online culture has become. Pokimane didn't break the internet by lifting weights with a guy. The internet broke itself trying to process it. Privacy versus transparency, parasocial expectations, double standards, cloud economy. This situation had all of it, and in a week, everyone will move on to the next controversy like this never happened. But the question still stands: should female creators have to hide their personal life to survive online, or is it finally time for audiences to grow up? Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers!